Hello, and welcome back to Ant's Gaming Suite. This is your host Anthony, and 2022 has given us some pretty amazing video games that are surely going to keep many of us occupied for quite some time. But being a gamers, we love being noisy about what games to expect in the near future. And with that being said, while we are still just halfway through 2022, I can't help but get excited about the video game titles coming out next year. But also, I'm going to be releasing this video is going to be all about 2022, some other games that I have not mentioned that will be coming out in the next couple of months. And to be honest, there are enough games to put down on our list. I could keep going on and on. However, these are the top 5 games that I've decided that are quite the games that we would be anticipating as well. And if any of these interest you, make sure you let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and leave a comment down. Anyway, Okay, so we're going to go into the first list. The first list has, well, from the start of the trailer, it's going to be number 1 at Overwatch 2. In terms of the platform that we're going to be expecting on, it's going to be on the PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and this PlayStation 5. So what is Overwatch? So pretty much Overwatch is a first-person shooter developed by Blizzard Entertainment. They did create the Overwatch 1, which released back in a couple of years ago. What's the difference between Overwatch 1 and 2? First of all, it's going to be bringing a lot of the hero sequels from the first one over to the second one. However, there will be additional changes in terms of names and new characters and whatnot in terms of map as well. So that's the first cool thing about it. The next thing that we can expect is that the game is going to be a lot more approachable, a lot more easier to play. It's definitely going to be free to play as well, which is fantastic for the community. And also in terms of the old school 6v6, it is going to be a 5v5. Some other things that we can expect from this game is there will be a PvE aspect, which is actually not going to be immediately released. It will be something that we can look forward to down the track. Oddly enough, Overwatch 2 will replace the original game, rendering it unplayable, so everyone's going to have to jump on to Overwatch 2. So that is pretty much, let me know in the comment section down below, are you excited for pretty much Overwatch 2? It is free to play, which is great aspect of it, so hopefully I will do some content on this game. So that's the first one on my list. Okay, so that is number 1 on my list. Moving on to this second one, number 2 pretty much sits at the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. This game is pretty much expected to be releasing in October the 28th of 2022. And pretty much it is going to be another entry of Call of Duty series, and this pretty much installment is going to be the sequel to the Modern Warfare of 2019. While Activision has yet to show off any new action gameplay, there is a bit of a trailer which is pretty darn exciting, and pretty much based on the game report, the game will be focusing on the Colombian drug cartel and will supposedly be more gruesome and realistic to the predecessor, which is something we all love to see. And it kind of, well, it's going to pretty much tie into the new iteration of the Warzone on the new engine. As we all know, Warzone 2.0 is in the work. They're trying to push that and, improve the game on it, which is actually pretty fantastic. But Activision will no doubt reveal it in the full year later as we discover. But we already know that the game is going to be coming out in October. Once we get more information, I will let you guys know. So in terms of the gaming platform, the game will be available on the PC, the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, the PlayStation 5, and the Xbox XS. This time around, the developers is going to be Infinity Ward, which is pretty much amazing. They've been doing a great job at it anyway in the previous Call of Duty, and then the publisher has been Activision Blizzard, as we already know. That is pretty darn exciting. So those are pretty much the date. Are you guys going to be playing this game? It would be nice if we managed, I guess it would be cool if we can play it on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, but then again, once again, I've always said it might be of a draining thing that we may expect prior to the game even arriving out. So from what we all know, the gameplay will be very fluid and fast. That's pretty much going to be mirroring the 2019 version, so hopefully this plays up to the predecessor. If anything, let me know in the comment section down below. Are you excited? If not, why? If so, let me know as well. Let's jump on to the next title. So moving on to the third game, it is called Skulls and Bone. It is a game that has been, well, we saw the trailer back in 2017 at E3. However, there has been a lot of delays after delays after delays. We even came to the point that we really thought this game wasn't even going to make the cut. and it was going to be cancelled after all. But seeing as though we have seen more information, and most of the reasons why the game was delayed was based on the developer side. We didn't know quite sure why the game was having a lot of issues, but there was things going behind the scenes that had caused the game to, I guess, be delayed ever and over again. But anyway, so what is the game? The game is going to be only available to the PS5 and the PS4 console. Which is funny enough because the game originally did mention that the game was supposed to be coming out on Xbox One and the PC naturally as well. However, things have always shifted, which means you will end up having to need these platforms. I'm not too sure though. That's the kind of source that I have. So hopefully, I think the game's going to be having more multiple platforms besides the PS5. So how do you compare it in terms of what we can expect? Well, the game is pretty much on the similar stage as the Assassin's Creed Black Flag and also Sea of Thieves. In terms of how it will stack up, we don't really know, but it is going to be an open world survival game that we can all look forward to and have fun with our mates. So fingers crossed this game will be coming out November the 8th. At the moment, you probably realize I did leave platform PS5 originally. That's what they mentioned. Who knows, things could have changed since. I couldn't get a confirmation. However, if you did, let me know in the comment section down below. So that would be cool. In terms of the plot and the story and the characters, we all know Ubisoft is very well known to create really dramatic and very cinematic video game entrances. But pretty much this game is going to be an online experience, and it isn't quite the whole multi single player story mode thing that we kind of would be originally expecting. However, this game is what it is. Sea of Thieves is pretty much what we're going to be comparing it to. Anyway, PvP Naval Combat Pirate 1721 is what we're all after. Hopefully this game doesn't get delayed any further. Let's make sure that I will give an update when I find out anything else. Anyway, let me know in the comments section down below. Are you guys interested? Because I know I am. So moving on to number 4, it is a bit of a niche game, but I know there is a huge player base around it. It is going to be Soul Hackers number 2. So we do know the confirmation of this game will be coming out August of the 26th of 2022 by the developers of Atlas and the publisher of Sega. Pretty much it is a sequel of the 1997 Devil Summoner of Soul Hackers, pretty much the first one I assume. This upcoming RPG title is very similar in terms of what we don't usually play. It is a turn-based game, pretty much what we are very familiar with the games that we have played by this developer already. In terms of how it will work, it will be pretty much taking place in the 21st century, very modern. There's going to be a war between the Yata Garasu and the Phantom Society, pretty much a continuation, which is pretty darn awesome. In terms of gameplay, we are already familiar, as I mentioned before, by Shin Megami Tensei's game. They love their turn-based game, and for me, I personally don't mind it. I loved it too. It is once again a very niche game that I have already mentioned, but this game has definitely made it onto my list of number 5 game, I guess, or this video at least. There's a whole bunch of videos that I will be releasing as well. But anyway, let me know in the comment section down below if you're into the game Persona. This is pretty much what we're looking at. Very similar style, very anime, very weeb, but you know what? I enjoy this kind of game. Anyway, that is pretty much very short and sweet for the Soul Hacker 2. So moving on to the final list, as I mentioned before, the last 2 games are going to be very different. We all know Lord of the Ring, BLORTF ring. I don't even know why I said that. But anyway, hopefully I did that abbreviation right. It is pretty much the game regarding to Golem. We never really understood what Golem did, what his life was, and all his previous things. So that's pretty cool that we get to learn and understand his perspective. In terms of the game, it is going to be the first game confirmed by PS5 release. It is developed by Daedalic Intent, which is a German studio. And pretty much you will be playing as Golem with an ongoing conflict, an action-adventure game where you do a lot of stealth entertainment. The only game that I've played that's Lord of the Ring was pretty much Shadow of Mordor, which was pretty darn fun, I gotta admit. However, the game is all about the Golem once again. You'll be set in Tolkien's fantasy world with players taking the role of Golem in pretty much the different perspective of the Middle Earth that we've played previously, and you pretty much hone your skills over the 500 years with the stealth approach, and you can sneak and peek and all that. But yeah, that's pretty much the Golem game. Nothing else we can expect from it.